Well, hey everybody, it's Matt and Nicole, and we just wanted to touch base with you real quick to give you an update. There's a lot going on in the world, not just our country, but in the world. And if you could use one word to describe everything right now, it might just be the word uncertainty. There is a ton of uncertainty. The big question, obviously, is when do we go back to life as normal? In the context of business, that's the big one. School, they're even talking about that, and sports, and obviously it's true for churches as well. When do churches go back to meeting together? And we just wanted to touch base with you on that and say, in the midst of all the uncertainty and all the guidelines that have been changing, at one point our county government was disagreeing with our state government, so it's, again, a ton going on. We have been thinking and we have been trying to make plans. It seems pretty apparent that we won't be back at the middle school for a while. So we are blessed that we have the building on Hanover Street, but it is a smaller space, so we're trying to figure that out as well. In fact, next week you'll be getting a survey in the mail, and there'll be an online version. We would really love to get your feedback on how best we can serve you and what it would look like for us to connect, to meet again over the summer. So that's the first thing, that just continue to ask you to be patient with us. We have been trying to figure this out, and we've been talking to people kind of behind the scenes and trying to make some inroads of what and when. I mean, when is the big thing. We got the where, but the when, that's the big one, obviously. And the second thing I want to touch base with you about is how important it is to honor everyone in this season. You see a big cultural divide and division being played out in our country between those who want to go back to work and those who think we need to stay quarantined a bit longer. And it can be a really disheartening division. And I just wanted to ask everybody, encourage everybody to honor each other, regardless of your thoughts and opinions on it, how important it is that we honor. You are going to run into people that have lost their job, that don't know how to provide for their family. Their work has they've not been just fired or laid off, their business is closed. And then you're also going to run into people that have pre-existing health conditions, and they're worried as well. So people have strong opinions for a reason. And so in spite of all that, we just want to encourage everybody to walk with honor as you walk through your day, but especially our interactions with one another.
Yeah, I was talking with Matt. It reminded me of just something that, when I was growing up, my siblings, I had two other siblings, an older sister and a younger brother, and my sister and I especially, we fought like cats and dogs. I just remember one time my mom saying, if you guys want to kill each other, go out into the backyard, and we were just drag out, pulling hair. It was bad, and I realized when I was a mom, like, I just wanted to do that differently for my kids, and so they have been made to always work things out. They have not been allowed to name call one another. And that was just a value that I had being a parent. Like, if they had issues with each other, they would have to talk it out and apologize and ask for forgiveness at some point. And if there's one compliment that I get about my kids in these days, it's just how well they get along. And I realized at some point that was the fruit of that, is that they've always had to honor one another. Because I told them, hey, listen, you guys are going to be with each other the rest of your lives. Like, we're going to go, but they're going to be with one another. So they have to learn how to get along and figure things out. And I just want to encourage that. What we sow now in this season will bear fruit. So I just want to encourage you also to continue to know that, like Matt said, we're all in different places, and that place sometimes changes day to day. But know that your brother or your sister is in a different place as well, and how can you honor them in this season, even though they might have an incredibly different reaction or desire in this season. So yeah, just honor one another. Let it be said of Deep Rivers Church how well we honor one another, even in our differences.
Yeah, so again, just we want to encourage you to be patient with us. We are trying to figure this out like everybody else. So much uncertainty out there. I would like to ask you to fill out that survey when it comes in the mail, or if you do it online. Again, because we really need your feedback to help us with the uncertainty. Yeah. Everybody has a different comfort level, and we need to honor that. We want to honor that. So even when we do meet together again, we will still do the online video. We don't want anybody to feel pressured in any sort of way. But again, just we need to honor each other. So thank you so much. And anything else?
No, I think that's it. We love you guys.
Yes. Have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.